Welcome, welcome to our Throwback Thursday edition of The Locker. Again, my man A. White, he's at home taking care of business for his mom, but we got a special guest again today, Harold Bubble Dennis. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? I'm a, I'm a guy who likes to throw flowers at our guests' feet, except Ant, because I really don't like him. Man, look, I want everybody to know Bubba was an inspiration for our team, man. A lot of us, when things were going down, man, we looked at Bubba and was like, man, we know what Bubba's been through. If he can do it, he can come out here and work his butt off. We can all work our butt off. So I like to tell my man that he was a big, at least for me. I don't know. We had a lot of knuckleheads on the team, so I don't know if everybody else. but but definitely for me, man, you're an inspiration. Yeah. Right. That I was gonna ask you that. That was my first question. So you already know. So you got that. You read my mind.
who believed in me as someone who came in as a walk on. I think a lot of people don't realize. I picked up football relatively late in my life, so I was a soccer player the majority of my life, and in terms of organized sports, and I picked up football late, my senior year, and that was actually as a kicker from my soccer background. And so, one thing led to the next, and um, I was I achieved my goals of playing college soccer, which I wanted to do all my life, and and wound up accepting an offer and playing soccer at the University of Louisville, and changed sports after my freshman year from this desire to play football. And again, man, it was sort of unorthodox. I think we really got to go into the depths of what happened to me as an adolescent going into high school in terms of the crash I survived. But um, I changed sports, and I changed sports, and walked on the team at UK. Approached Coach Curry and told him I wanted to play on his team, and he believed in me and gave me a shot. And so, you know, I wasn't interested in being a walking United Way poster, man. I was there to play ball. I was there to play ball. But I'll tell you this: um, one of the main things that inspired me to change sports. People say, "Well, why would you played one sport all your life? Why would you give that up? You're playing Division One soccer. Why would you give that up?" And it goes back to one of my best friends growing up who was killed in the crash I was in back in 1988. He was sitting right next to me, and his name was Andy Marks. And so, Andy was a football player growing up. I was a soccer player, and you know, uh, once he passed and I survived that crash, I just kind of told myself he never left me. He stuck with me, and his soul, his being, his persona stuck with me all those years, and that was really the impetus of me changing sports. That late in my athletic career.
Man, you just hit me with something. That's deeper than I knew it was. I just thought maybe you just realized you was better at football than you were at soccer. But man, that's kind of heavy. That's so I understand. So someone inspired you, and now you're
Right.
inspiring others. Because I just know I know the DB room. We were inspired, and we was
Yeah.
inspired to whip your you know what every time you stepped on the line.
Right. That's right. That's right. And I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Right.
I wouldn't have had it any other way.
So how was that conversation with Coach Kerr? How did you get his info? Now this is I don't remember people. This is like what 94, 95?
This would have been I was at U of L for 1 year. So I came out of high school in 92. So spring of 92, I played soccer at U of L fall of 92 and the spring of 93. And so it was really the summer of 93 into the fall of 93 when I decided to enroll at UK. So you remember that that would have been the 93 Peach Bowl year.
Right.
Which I see the logo you're rocking. I see you rocking it.
Yeah.
I see you rocking it. It had been the Peach Bowl year when I just enrolled at UK on campus with the intent to walk on. But you know, I don't remember exactly how I got his information, but I somehow did, and I went through some channels in order to get to him, but you know, figured out how to approach the team and walk on, you know, be accepted as a walk on, considered as a walk on, I should say. And I ultimately got to Coach Curry, and you know, I just kind of let him know, you know, who I was and my story, and you know, I was there to play ball. And so again, he gave me a shot, and so I'm picking up essentially a brand new sport. Now, I mentioned I was a kicker. I did walk on as a kicker at first. I don't know if you probably knew that but forgot it, but
yeah,
I walked on as a kicker at first. So the spring of 94 into the summer of 94, when I was working out as a kicker, going against Brian Savinsky,
right,
trying to win that job from him. And true story. So we're doing. I'm on the scout team, kickoff team, and I'm kicking to the number 1 kickoff return team. And this was during trials, and so I made the scout team, and so I got my scout team, kickoff team. I kick off to the number 1 return team. Keel Sanford catches the ball, number one kick returner, and you know, as a kickoff team, the kicker's the last line of coverage,
right.
And so I kick the ball. My scout team goes to cover the kick. Keo catches the ball, boom, breaks through the coverage, hits the sideline, breaks through the coverage. I see him coming. Boom! I hit the side, had the angle on him, hawked him down, made the tackle. And our special teams coach at the time was a guy named Bill Glazer. Bill Glazer, and you probably remember his personality.
Come on,
Bill
man.
Glazer,
Come on.
He came jumping out on the field like, woo, woo. He goes, oh my gosh. He goes, we're going to have the fastest kicker in the SEC. Hey, and it was from that point on that they said, no, I think we have other plans for you. And they said, you're too fast. You know, with your athleticism, we want to try you, give you a chance to play another position. Because I probably wasn't going to win Savinsky's spot anyways. And so they moved me to wide out, special teams guy. It worked out, man. It worked out.
So, Bubba, you telling me right now, and we're going to get into this North Hardin thing right after this.
Okay.
You didn't play football in high school?
No, I was a kicker 1 year.
Come on. Whoa. At North Hardin, you didn't play wide receiver?
No, sir.
This is kind of stuff y'all learn on locker, because I'm going to tell you one thing. I didn't know this in our locker room. For real.
No, sir. No, I promise you. I promise you.
So what you telling me is you became see now, you done climbed up a notch for me on the rankings, because you became a pretty damn good receiver in a couple years. Right. From scratch.
From scratch.
And you didn't have YouTube. You didn't have no shortcuts.
No. I couldn't Google routes. And,
right.
No. I had to learn on the fly, and you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Joker too. You know, Joker Phillips, wideout coach. You know, Joker gave me. I always felt like Joker gave me a fair shot. I was in there amongst scholarship guys. There was a couple other walk-ons on there, but I was there amongst scholarship guys. But no, I just had to pick it up, man. I played little league, and stuff. Not little league organized, but just around the neighborhood, just like as we called it back in the day, smear the queer, football and two-hand touch, and just blessed, man. Just blessed to have some athleticism and enough of a good hand-eye coordination to pick it up. But it was not easy. I tell you that it was not easy.
So you had to learn the route tree, route combinations, or was it how was it like you was learning a different language? Do you have understanding because you obviously probably watched some football and you was on the team?
Right.
Was that like learning a new language, or you just picked it up like it was riding a bike?
It was learning a new language. Like you said, it was. I had to learn how, not just how to be a football player,
right?
But how to be a receiver.
Yes.
Okay. So right. So I got to learn the route combinations. I got to learn how to get off the ball from y'all knuckleheads up in my face. Okay. Right. I got to learn how to get off the ball. I got to learn my route tree. I got to learn the timing with the QBs. And let's not forget, I got to learn how to read defenses.
Right.
I got to learn how to read defenses, pre-snap reads and all that. So it was like a new language. But again, I will go back to what was driving me at that time.
Right.
And it was kind of almost like an out-of-body experience, because I think back now, football is brutal, man, as we know. Football is just brutal. And you probably remember the Bill Curry speech where he said, "Men, football is not a contact sport. It's a collision sport." And that's a fact. And so I was on my own accord, voluntarily out there on that field, head on full speed collisions with y'all fools, day in and day out. Just like, bring it.
Man, I'm telling y'all, hey, my people, I had no idea. This is brand new news to me. I thought I knew Harold ran track because the speed he had, there's no way a track coach wouldn't put him on a team. But I just thought maybe you play. Honestly, this is what I thought. I was like, okay, Harold played running back and maybe lit it up, but he's a little on the small side. Right. And let me go play soccer because of your size, and that's what I know is running back. And okay, soccer is getting boring for me. Let me go to this other school, see what they got for me, and I'll walk on. And I know I'm gonna get a scholarship. When you came there, you came with some confidence. So I'm like, at least you showed it. Maybe deep inside you didn't have, but to us, you had a little swag to you. So I'm like, okay, he played running back, and now they're gonna move into receiver. And see if he can run some routes. But to tell me now that you never ran a route until college is insane, man. That is insane.
True story, B Styles. True story. I'm surprised. I didn't know you didn't know that. I didn't realize you didn't know that. That's interesting. It's interesting to hear that perspective this many years later. The other guys in the locker room didn't really. I'm glad I exuded some a little bit of confidence because I honestly I didn't. I was driven. That's probably what allowed me to achieve. It was just so driven, man. I hated to lose. I was so competitive in that, competitive. I hated to lose at anything. Hated to lose, and that wasn't going to be the first time for me to lose right there. So, 94, I just made the team, the fall '94, and wasn't dressing to begin the season yet. I remember watching the game one from the stands. When we let me see, no, game one was that 90.
It was 94. It was Louisville. It would be Louisville in that inaugural game.
Okay. No, I was dressing in. But rarely got any clock then, 94. And then 95, 96, fortunate enough to earn a scholarship those last 2 years, man.
Yeah, man, that you like I say, man. I tell all the time. Like last time we had Reggie Russ, and I was like, I tell people all the time, I don't beat around the bush. I try to tell people how Reggie was, how good Reggie was. He's the best safety I played in, and now, like I say, you're the biggest inspiration. Which to me, last time we talked, we was at the Missouri game, and we was talking about what you're doing now. Now, tell the people what you're doing currently in the transition you went from your old profession to this new one, which is kind of insane. It's insane to me when I heard it.
Yeah, I guess if people will probably hear a theme with me, uh, and that is, probably if there's something I want to do and I set my mind to it, I'm going to do it. And I don't want to say it doesn't matter where I'm at in my life, but if I'm driven and inspired enough by it, then I'm going to do it. But I'm currently a physician assistant. I practice medicine and interventional cardiology in Lexington, and I've been a physician assistant for now going on 4 years, 4 to 5 years, and as you're alluding to, that was a late in life career change for me. I had spent several years in sales in the pharmaceutical industry. Kind of fell in love with the medical landscape there, but really didn't want to get out of sales. Uh, Started my own company in the real estate and commercial development sector in the mid 2000s, and did that several years, really up until the debacle of 2008, 2009, the housing bubble, financial crash, and at that time I kind of thought I wanted to reinvent myself, and I had this kind of burning desire, as I mentioned, to be involved in medicine. I'd been involved in it from an arm's length away as a sales rep, but I always kind of was interested in what was going on, behind closed doors with treating patients. And at age 38, I decided I'm going to go back to school, and I'm going to take all the prerequisites I needed. I'm going to take the GRE to get into grad school, and I'm going to apply for PA school. And so I set out on that journey, taking prerequisites around 2010, 2011, and applied in the University of Kentucky's uh, physician assistant program, and got right in on my first application process. And the rest is history, man. I proceeded on a path of 3 years, 2.5 to 3 year, very rigorous, very tough PA program, and came out in 2016. So yeah, went after it.
Now y'all understand why we all inspired by this man. Because 38, man, you had kids, you got bills, you got family to start
Yeah,
from the ground up again, man. It's crazy. Which is what you did in football. So now it all makes sense. There's a lot of parallels, man, and like I say, man, that's
yeah,
insane. That's inspiring. That makes me want to do some things like maybe start a restaurant one day because that's a passion of mine. Cooking is a passion of mine, and that's something that Harold
right.
Harold did it. There's a plan right there. There's a book out there that someone has succeeded in later in life, whom you
Yeah,
know. You can read stories about other people, but you normally don't have people who are in your circle that
right,
has
right.
done things. So now I feel like, I don't know when it's gonna be. It might be 80, 85. I don't know when, but man, you got me with that one. Man, I'm gonna say, guys, I've learned a lot. I've known Harold since '94, and there's some nuggets that I've learned today that your boy did not know. Harold's holding out on
Yeah. Well, you said it, man. You said it best. I mean, um, I try to instill it in my kids. I do some public speaking, and I try to instill that into my audience, whether it's high school, college, a a group of business professionals. Just this past October, I spoke to the Colorado State Police. They brought me into one of the heads of the police department in Colorado heard my story and brought me in to speak to his group. And so, there's a pretty universal message, I think it boils down to perseverance. The bottom line, I mean, you have to be passionate about something, and it has to be a mission of yours. But it boils down to perseverance, and I think innately most people have it. Most people have it. They just gotta find it. They gotta find a way to dig down deep and get it, and have some people along the way with them, a strong supporting cast of folks with them that can help them get there. So, yeah, man, I see your pictures, by the way, of your barbecue and everything. So I know you can do it. Hey, if you're inspired to open a restaurant, I know you can do it because I see those ribs and that brisket on Twitter.
Yeah, that smoke ring ain't no joke. That I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came close, man. I came close a few years ago, but I guess God had another plan for me. But I'm gonna circle back to it. I'm gonna circle back to it. Which we're gonna
Yeah,
circle back to to North Hardin, Radcliffe, Kentucky.
Radcliffe. Yeah, and
Man,
then again, Trojans in the house.
bro, tell me what is going on at Radcliffe now? Is the well water different now? Because I know Radcliffe gotta be country. Y'all not drinking city water. Y'all gotta be drinking well water or something. Because the athletes that are coming out of there, man, now is crazy.
You'd be surprised how athletic you can get drinking out of well water and using, using the bathroom in an outhouse.
Right,
Uh,
right.
hey, no, man. I mean, come on. Like, honestly, you really say now, but if you think about it, I think it was. I saw somebody post on Twitter not too long ago. I think it might have been Mark Story, who posted some information about just kind of reflecting on the pipeline of players that have come from North Hardin, UK, going back to Kelly Kirchbaum, Todd Perry, um,
TP.
yeah, TP, Jay Tesser, I believe. I think Tesser was a kicker, maybe. Um, and then myself and Raymond McLaurin coming out in the '90s, and Andre Woodson, very 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 talented quarterback.
Highly
And
underrated. I'm sorry to cut you. Highly underrated.
I'm glad you said that. I'm
Dude,
glad you.
Andre Wilson's got.
Yeah,
I can have an argument, and I know people are gonna say I'm blasphemous for saying this, and I say a lot of crazy stuff. But when I say something crazy, I mean it. He's
right.
right up there with Couch, man. He's right up there with Couch. If you look at how he played, that man protect the ball. The
He did.
ball was the most important thing to him. And it wasn't like he only threw like 5 touchdowns a year with no picks. He was throwing 30 plus interceptions. 30 plus touchdowns with single digit INTs.
Hmm. Hmm.
And he won just as many games.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue it. I mean, Deuce was the man. I mean, obviously, I mean that's a strong statement. But when you look at when you point out the things you did, and with Andre, size had a really nice smooth release. I mean, yeah, Andre was nice. I agree with that. I was surprised back when he was coming out that he didn't get a shot.
Now, let me say that. I didn't say he was better.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
said he's right up there with Couch. I still got
Gotcha.
Couch 1. Well, a lot of
Right,
people have Jerry Lorenzen, which rest his soul, but Jerry
right.
Lorenzen as 2. I think I might have Andre as 2. Him
You
and
might have
the
used to.
2 most underrated quarterback UK history to me is him and Hartline.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
Hartline ball too.
Harlan did ball. He did. He did. But Dre, yeah, but Dre, and then we had a wide out come out of North Hardin, Larod King.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, and so
Hey,
there's
hold on there, Bub. I mean to cut you off again. We got my
go ahead.
man, look like A. Dot White is trying to get in here. Give me
Okay,
1 second.
okay, get him in.
Yeah. And so, hold on there, Bubba. Here come, hey, Ant B, as they call you. What's going on, man?
I could have sworn.
Uh-oh.
I hope my ears are failing.
Uh-oh.
I just thought I heard you say. And I love the Radcliffe area. I love that area, man. My backfield makes from up there. But you gonna tell me? And Andre Woodson is the man, and this is the locker. And I've been holding this one back for a long time. I really like Andre Woodson, what he's accomplished, and he protected the ball like y'all said. But you show me a candle, and you can't hold that to Tim Couch. Can't hold it. So you know what I mean. I know. Bubba's a little partial. I know you are. You know you are Homer. Man, I'm just real, man. And I mean Andre evolved to be a great quarterback, and I love the fact that he did because he did the university and the state a great service. But he wasn't that dynamic. I mean, like you could put him in a conversation when you start talking about who's the next best quarterback after Tim Couch, but don't ever put him in the same conversation with.
Now, Ant, see, this is you got to clear your ears. I said he's right up there with Couch.
Don't say Couch's name in the sentence. If you talking about, don't say his name. That's the one you listen.
Hold on. Let me say this. Because you can try to portray that I'm partial to Andre, but the truth is, I played with TC like you, right? TC.
Yeah.
He was my quarterback. So if I'm partial to either one, I'm going with the guy I'm in the trenches with. I'm going with that guy. But as B Styles eloquently pointed out, Andre was no slouch, and as he said, was underrated. But he did put in the same sentence as TC. and I'm not going to defend that because he said it. I didn't.
I'm not taking back what I said. And like I said Tim is still one. I clearly said that. But I'm saying Andre is not getting his due, and he's right up there. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure if Tim is not 1 and 2. No, honestly, man, come on, man.
Hold on.
Hey, man, I lived in Lexington, and I ain't see Ramsdale play. I didn't see Ramsey. I didn't see Ramsey play.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people I did see play.
Right.
That and Freddie Maggard, my man. I looked at his stats. His stats is junky, but man, that's my man. Freddie Maggard, one of my favorite people.
They won that wing team, man. There was a different offense.
I know. I look at his stats.
Yeah.
His career stats was Tim Couch 1 game stats. I said, man.
Yeah, that was one of the wing team.
Out here.
But and if you look at, I'm gonna stop because now I'm gonna get in trouble because Couch is my boy. All I'm saying is that we need to give my man Dre his due, and
right. Talk about Dre. Talk about his accomplishments and how good he is without mentioning Couch. It's all I'm saying. That's disrespectful. Listen. I'm gonna break this man down. And it's gonna come back to me, and people are gonna be upset that I'm saying this. And it's not a knock on him because when he first came in as a youngster, I think it was a sophomore, freshman. This dude can't play for us. His junior and senior year, man, that dude was making. I'm talking. He didn't miss an opportunity,
right?
Which is big in the SEC,
right?
If you slip in the SEC, that's an opportunity for the other team, and it's typically gonna cost you 97% of the time.
Right.
But the problem was, only thing I didn't like was if something wasn't there, we just threw the play away. He didn't break the pocket. He threw the ball away. No interception, which is fine. I said that is absolutely fine.
Right.
My man's Couch. If the play ain't there, with his slow ass, he break the pocket, look for something, make something happen, and whatever. And I'm not saying that takes anything. That takes nothing away from Andre. So I'm saying Andre is great, but I just don't want him being. I don't want to be in compared to Couch, because I think Couch took a lot more risk while he threw 4 or 5 interceptions in certain games because he was playing to win. Andre has such a defense behind him and so many, ballers around him that he's like, shit, I'll just play the next play. Tim couldn't do that. Tim had to capitalize on every possession.
Hey, Ant, here's the deal, though, right? Being a great player, though, is knowing what you can do as a player. Tim was a much better athlete from the outside looking in. Now, I don't know Andre's career and what he did in high school, but Tim was a ball in basketball. Tim had some wheels.
Dre was a hooper too. Dre was a hooper too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim had some wheels, man. Dre didn't seem like he had wheels. I could be that's just what I'm looking at.
It didn't seem the case. Yeah, you're right. It didn't seem the case.
But so as a quarterback like that, Eli Manning ain't gonna do that either. He know if I try to get out of pocket, I'm gonna get a sack. And the worst thing, the worst thing on offense is to get behind the chains. So to me, protecting the ball is huge. Protecting the ball is huge.
Van Hizzle.
Yes, sir.
Here's the thing. Bub, I'm gonna let you jump back in, man, because I don't. But here's the thing, Van.
You really come.
Yeah.
I'm co-host today.
Right.
So go somewhere.
No, I just want to come in and set the record straight. I want to let you get back in because I know it's tough when you're not eye to eye with somebody to know when your opportunity to speak. And since I've been on here and speaking since I've been on here, I'm saying this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna sit back and listen. But the whole thing is that when you're saying take opportunities or whatever, defense was dropping back 10 yards deep, just covering everything. If it wasn't there, you throw it out of bounds. If they drop back 10, you know the difference between a 2nd and 6 is between a 2nd and 10,
Big difference.
2nd and 7.
Big difference.
Huge. And I'm saying there's little things like that. And I'm going to go on the record to say this. Because if anybody hears this, because our podcast is getting some rotation where I'm getting calls from people asking what's this, what's that. That I love Andre. Andre is a great ambassador, great player. And if I didn't have to pick, if you told me outside of Tim Couch, who would you pick? Andre would be in the selection. He would be on my selection. So I don't want this to come across as, man, hey, White was saying Andre Woodson ain't shit. No, definitely not saying that. Definitely not. The guy involved was great.
No. Ant White is saying
he was extremely efficient.
Ant White is saying Andre ain't shit. The same way you came on talking about I said Andre is better than Couch. I'm saying it right now, people. Ant B said Andre ain't shit. All right, Ant, finish.
Andre Ware, yep. Andre Ware, yep.
Man, hey, B, man, can we get back to North Hardin, please? We were talking about North Hardin.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wait a minute, North Hardin, that's Derek Homer and them too, though, or y'all don't claim them because it's not the same school.
Who?
Derek Homer, man. Don't never ask who, man. Don't you? Hey, man. Hey, I gotta go. Don't ever do that to me, man.
Man, Derek,
don't
okay.
ever.
Look, okay. Hey, D Homer's my guy, but that's Fort Knox. No, we don't claim that. That's Fort Knox. No, sir. No. No.
See, Bubble being PC. I'm gonna say for Bubba, hell no.
Right. I'm trying to in terms of Hardin County football, Fort Knox cannot hold a candle to North Hardin.
Ooh, shots fired.
But D Homer, D Homer's my guy. I mean, I got nothing against D Homer. But
you gonna claim Matt Elam.
What's that?
You claim Matt Elam though.
Nah, Matt Elam, he was a Central Hardin guy, I think.
See, I don't know. There's all I heard was Hardin, man.
See? Yeah. Yeah, you gotta know your Hardin.
But you did claim Ray Mack. You did claim Ray McLaurin.
Yeah, I got claim Ray Mack.
All right. Okay.
I got claim Ray Mack. Yeah.
I'm just making sure, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hold on, and there's a North Hardin, obviously. There's probably a South Hardin. There's a Central Hardin. Learn, man. Listen.
You gotta learn your Hardins.
Actually, learn, man.
There used to be a East and West, but they merged into Central. So now there's a Central Hardin, North Hardin, and John Hardin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and John Hardin got some pretty good ballers out of there. I think they're kind of more known for basketball program, but John North and Central. So that that's that.
Man, do you do some research? Hey, so let me ask you brothers this. Let me ask you brothers. We on throwback Thursdays. Do you know the difference between Twinsburg and Twinsburg Heights?
Who cares about Twinsburg?
Whoa, man, man, I wish. Oh, I wish my arms could come to this screen, man. I slap fire from you, boy.
Well, the difference between Twinsburg and Twinsburg Heights is probably the railroad.
The difference between Twinsburg and Twinsburg Heights is probably $300,000 mortgage. I mean, $300,000 living arrangements.
Oh, so what you're telling me, the median income is higher in Heights?
You go, man. I'm from the Heights, man. You done seen me before. I'm from the Heights, man. Hey, if you got $110,000 house, if you had $110,000 house in the Heights, you was something where I'm from. You was something. People revered you. People looked up to you.
Yeah.
This man, and I'll check after we get out here. This man in his media guide put Twinsburg though.
No, sir. I got that changed my sophomore year. My sophomore year, I got it changed to Twinsburg Heights. I went to them and had them change it.
Okay.
Because everybody was saying, we love you representing our city. Nah, we wasn't getting the small part that I'm from didn't get the same representation.
Okay. All right.
I'll break that down to you off air one day, man. But
yeah.
Man.
Hey, it sounds like you conveniently left off the Heights.
Conveniently.
Yeah.
No, Heights is where I'm from.
I know that.
That's what we're saying.
Put it like this. Bub, put it like this. If you are ever in Northeast Ohio, listen, if you are ever in Northeast Ohio and you want to visit somewhere and it ends in Heights, I mean Shaker Heights, Cleveland Heights, Bedford Heights, Twinsburg Heights, that is a place that you need to take Pojo and Nut with you. If you don't know nobody there, honestly, especially you, bub, the way you talk in your profession, don't go up in there talking, hey, I'm Harold. No, and a brother named Harold. So, if you go up in there, bub, make sure you call me. If you ever in Northeast Ohio, I'll send my little brother, my little nephews, somebody out there to hold your hand. Don't go up in anything named Heights. Talk about your name is Harold.
Okay. Okay. So I got you.
That's what I'm saying. So when I conveniently left. I know I didn't conveniently leave out the Heights. When in the media guide, you check my junior, senior years. I'm pretty sure it says Twinsburg Heights and not Twinsburg. My freshman. It may have. I ain't have no say so, and I ain't stay on the team long. But when I came back on the Heights.
Yeah, all right. I don't want to bring up that again, but Bub, as we were saying, so you're no Hardin boys. You got you got Wright, you got Ox, and then you just got Lovett. Man, what is there a new coach there? Or are they getting people from across the bridge or something? What's going on?
I mean, I don't know of any particular insider trading going on necessarily. But I'll tell you this: I think a lot of it stems from people got to realize that North Hardin, which sits in Radcliffe sits a little transient town outside the Army base. So Fort Knox, you have families coming in from all over the world who are being stationed in Fort Knox, and so you're bringing just a mecca of just people from all over the world into this Army base that then wind up transplanting or moving their family into Radcliffe, which is just a small town with pawn shops and car dealerships and Asian restaurants. But you have so many people coming in from all over the world that you're bound to get some athletes in there. And so, I think the program is definitely on the rise, and with they definitely got a solid staff in there. but for whatever reason, they tend to produce an athlete or two or three every season, and I'm glad that they're on the radar, continue to be on the radar of UK, because it's good to have that connection and have that affiliation and be able to kind
Right.
of help these guys transition.
Right. Well, I mean, dude, y'all were having one every now and then. I mean, you and Ray Mack. Then there was what, King came next? No, Woodson came next, and that was some years after y'all guys left. Then King was at least a couple years after Woodson enrolled, right?
Right.
But now we got Ox this year, then we got Wright and Lovett next year. And
Right.
dude, I don't know if you've seen Lovett. I don't know how often you get back home, but my man got 15 INTs. That is insane.
That is insane.
That's beyond crazy, bruh.
Yeah, that is insane. I actually haven't had the chance to watch him play live. Obviously, I've checked out a lot of film on him, and reached out on Twitter and welcome, congratulations, welcome to the BBN kind of thing.
Right.
Looking forward to connecting with the young man. But I haven't had a chance to see him live. But on film, he seems like he has a knack for the ball. He's got good size. I think he's listed at like 6'2",
Right.
close to 2. Decent size for a corner.
Right. That to me is huge, man, because 6'2", I think he got him listed at 180, 190, right? And the ball skills, man. Like I hear people saying, well, some of those throws are right to him. How many times have you seen a DB drop up? I mean, I'm case in point. How many times you seen someone, a DB drop a ball right in his chest? Ball skills is huge. And if he got the ball skills, and I saw him make a tackle, he can come up and punch in the mouth sometimes. Because football's different now. Your free safety isn't an enforcer like it was back in the day. Your free safety needs to have range. Your free safety needs to be able to cover ground, potentially cover one of those slot receivers if you come down and drop into coverage, all that stuff. Hey, Bubba, hold on, man. I think we got another guest on the line. Hold on, man. The lines are hot tonight. Hold on.
The lines are hot. Yes, sir. Get on the locker. Let's do it.
That's not G Harris?
Is that
Hold on.
Is that my man G?
That's G Harris. Is he trying to dial? Is the audio not up yet? Yeah, his audio is connected. Hold on, we'll get him in. Yeah, but if 15 interceptions, bruh, and they play what? 10 games?
They get right. 50, yeah, 59.
10 games? So you telling me he got 1.5 interceptions? He got 2 interceptions a game, basically.
Right.
So that means in one game, he got him at least 3 or 4.
At corner. Now, was he? I don't know if he was he playing some safety too? Or?
No, he played safety. And what I heard, the word on the street is that this is first year playing safety. I don't look. I'm about to make you upset. I don't know, because to me, the competition in Kentucky is a little bit under some of these other states, because you guys have 15 guys rated, and most, Georgia and Florida got like over 100.
Right.
But I don't care. If you pick up the ball 15 times, it could be going against a middle school team.
No, that's solid. That's solid. No, that's solid. I think I read he was fifth ranked DB or maybe 5th ranked corner in the state. I don't know what his speed is like, but nonetheless, it's a fantastic pickup for the program. And I do wonder this though, and maybe you can kind of answer this, as being a show host and a football guy. There's some things you do every day, but are you surprised that he picked Kentucky with the way our secondary performed last year, and the fact that Those guys balled out. Our secondary is fairly solid. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised because just think about it this way. He's a junior this year, right?
Right.
Right. So he's got. By the time he comes there, some of these guys are going to be sophomores, maybe redshirt sophomores, juniors. So by the time he get here, he would definitely have a chance to get some PT. So I'm not shocked. You know how kids are, man. You just had Mike Edwards and Wes get a chance. Edwards is still on Tampa Bay getting much PT. Wes got a chance in camp, and this year we're gonna have Robinson's gonna give him a chance in somebody's camp. If not get drafted, depends on if you have a good year. So the way we are pumping out DBs is not shocking. What's up, G? I see your audio working out. He put himself.
What's up, fellas? Nice
oh my goodness!
Man.
Where's the picture? We can't see you, bro. You got a camera?
I got a camera. Hold on.
He probably all grayed out. He don't want to show his age there.
Oh man, I'm getting old as Santa Claus. That's all I can say.
You ain't the only one, brother.
Yes, there we go. There we go.
What can I say, man? It's inevitable.
Yes, sir.
My man.
The Black Grizzly Adams.
Man, you got a little Frankie Beverly in you, brother.
Yeah. Silky.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, if people don't know who Frankie Beverly is, go do some research. It's the best music. Every day I wake up, first song I turn on is Golden Time of Day. First thing, every day. I listen to that. Right?
So everybody calls me that, man. I don't know why, but I guess I really do.
You look like a young Frankie Beverly, bro. No lie. I'm 100% serious. I'm not joking.
I'm at that point where I'm debating on, do I keep the beard or do I shave it off?
Oh, keep that, man. God, dude, that's legit. I was rolling with one for a little bit, but mine didn't look like that, man. Mine look you got a peach fuzz there, huh? Yeah, mine couldn't grow like that, man. That's legit, man. Where you going, brother?
That's a beard.
Where you going?
We lose the audio?
We lost you, George.
Okay, I say I'm in Manhattan Beach.
Okay.
Oh, you one of them kind of brothers, huh? Are you longboarding?
Man, I'm a skateboarder. I'm a biker. So I don't surf too much. I get out there every now and then.
Hey, George, plug your audio back up. It's going up in and out on me. Yeah, say what you just said, because you said you're not a surfer, but what now?
I say I'm a skateboarder. Like I keep my skateboard in the back of my car. I'm 45. I still skateboard, man. What can I say?
What kind of skateboard? Do you have one of the long skateboards? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm about to say
I'm old man.
Yeah. You too old to be trying to do Tony Hawk moves.
No, I can't do that. You got to stay up and ride. That's all you got to do.
Oh man, hey, I see that. That's the LA Rams new joint.
New what?
Oh, is that the Dodgers or that's the Rams? No, that's the Dodgers. Okay.
That's just representing LA.
Oh, that's just okay. All right.
Just representing.
Wait. Let me just go ahead and enlighten you, Van, and everybody else.
Preach.
Yeah. G don't know what logos he got on. He don't pay no attention to it. He paid when you said he had LA on his hat. He had no clue he was on there. And now that you told him, he don't even know what it's in for. He don't know. He don't care.
Hey, Harold. He had to reach up there and read it. He was like, "Oh, that's LA." He had to read the stitches.
When I stopped playing, I lost interest. I had all this time on my hands. I was like, "What do I do with all this time?"
Hey, let me and like I say all the time, when my guests come on, I throw roses at their feet. Now y'all don't understand. My man G Harris was that dude. Now unfortunately, like we talked with Reggie last week, they only had 2 years with us. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. George's already up here with me. He took another notch up in that 1995 University of Tennessee at home. George played strong safety all, a year and whatever months. His last game in uniform with UK, this little joker played corner. And then he ball. I'm like, George, you've been watching film of me, huh? He's like, yeah.
Hey, that was a good game, man. We should have won that game if I wouldn't have took my eye off Peyton Manning and he threw that bomb to Joey Kent. That just broke my heart, man.
No, George, man. Hey, every DB gets beat. Don't one play. One play is nothing. I'm on that sideline and I'm like, G is a freaking corner.
I'm a corner. I should have played corner.
His feet was nice. Now we all know your skill set. But just that man, to come there, first time playing corner, dude, many people don't know about that game, but I'm gonna tell you, go back and watch 1985, us against Tennessee, and watch George ball out.
Had a good game.
Yeah.
I got some big hits at corner, man. Dude. Corner. I mean, you guys got some hits out there that people don't even see. You can clean their clock.
Preach.
I loved it.
And you can clean your clock too. Which is why I wasn't playing. So yeah. So, but man, I'll say this, bro. You ball your ass out that game.
I appreciate
my French.
I appreciate it. I didn't think nobody noticed that, man. I thought I had a good game. Nobody noticed it.
See, look, I'm gonna tell something else. That's the worst thing about playing on a team that's not winning a lot.
Yeah. Is
that when the season is over, everybody disperse.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have a kumbaya moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When the season ended that Saturday, you turn in your equipment on Monday, and you were done.
It was over.
It was over. There was no
college football career over.
Right. And we still saw each other, but I'm in the engineering building, you in the business building. We don't cross paths as much because now you're not in the locker room as much. We don't get a chance to sit at the stool like we're doing now. Sit on your stool at your locker and chop it up. You know, once you get out the locker room, man, you out the locker room.
And man, just to piggyback on that, Van, for us, the following year, '96, was when they announced that Coach Curry wasn't coming back.
Right.
And that was before the end of the season, and so a part of us was already kind of ripped out of our souls before the season was over.
Right.
But then ending that season, the last game, and then realizing that Coach wasn't coming back, and it was like we were all leaving and he was leaving. It just kind of added to the whole, your point of just dispersing and just separating and just kind of writing it off and not looking back.
Yeah, and then it was on the road.
Yeah,
it
was in Knoxville, wasn't it?
It was in Knoxville, and we balled out the first half. I think it was 10-7, 14-10, and then they hurt C. Ward. Look, I'm sorry. Let me rant a little bit. I am hot about that. You know what? So C. Ward leading the SEC in sacks that year at that point, right? C. Ward was our pressure on Peyton Manning. I got an interception that game because we getting a little pressure on him. The pocket collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
Now we score, so that's why I know it's like either 10-7 or something like that. We score, and for some reason, C. Ward is on the doggone PAT team.
Oh my God!
So he didn't get hurt putting pressure, turn the corner on Peyton Manning. He got hurt on PAT, and I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah. Watch the game. I think it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Because we was balling, bro. And I think they knew we got to get him out.
Yeah, C. Ward was playing good.
Dude,
he had a good game.
They took him out the game on PAT. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with it if the left tackle chopped him, sprained his knee. Okay, well, that's the game, right? But not on PAT, man.
Yeah, man.
And we never got pressure again. And the snowball happened. After halftime, the snowball happened.
Yeah.
Two plays on me: Joey Kent and that tight end at the extra point. I remember it. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget.
Yeah,
I just remember going, "Oh, get it, Reggie! Get it,
Reggie!" I remember the Joey Kent play, but that was a good throw too. But I don't remember the tight end play. Oh,
yeah, the tight end was the next play. It was the 2-point conversion because we had them down like 21-7 or something like that. We were up by a touchdown and a field goal, and they came back. They kicked 2 field goals, and then they came back and won. And we should have won that game.
I try to tell. Look, I'm trying to tell people this all the time. If you subtract the 1 in 10 years, let's subtract that year. Let's erase our memory.
Right.
Before you got there, George, we went 6-5. We should have went 8-3. We lost to Vandy, and we had Florida down. We should have been 8-3 that year. Your senior year, same thing.
Yep.
We should have won at least 6 games that year. At least 6. We should have won 7. Again, we lost to Vandy. We had Tennessee on the ropes, and we lost to Louisville.
Yeah.
Yep.
Them 3 games I know we should have won. And I think we lost to Louisiana Monroe that 4-7 year.
Yeah, we did. No, we lost to another Mississippi State.
Okay. So we should have won 6-7 games that year. In my senior year, the same thing.
Yeah,
Bubba, no, we won in 6. Coach Curry gets fired. Then we went 3 games in a row, and not 3 slouches.
Yeah,
we beat Mississippi State and Georgia.
Yep.
Oh man,
it's like
sure did.
I'm not. The 1 in 10 season was that was just a bad year. But the other 3 years I was there, we should have won at least 6 games.
But that 1 in 10 season, that was my first year there from transfer from San Francisco. And I tell you, what really spooked our season, man, was losing Trent.
Yep.
That's what really spooked us all, man. Like, what the heck is going on? We lost him, and he was a great player, man. I like Trent a lot.
Yeah, he was a throwback. See, you weren't there in '93. See, he was a throwback to. We had some nasty offensive linemen in '93, bro. We had some. They were dirty, nasty.
Yeah, you could see it in his eyes. He had that fire in his eyes.
Yeah.
So I knew the guy was going to be great to play with.
Hey, boys, last question because we pushed on the clock. All right. Now, I know we all watched The Last Dance, right? What y'all think about?
I can say yes, but I can promise you George has not.
Oh, George,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Hey, go ahead with your question.
So here's a question I have. So my man Horace Grant came out yesterday or the day before saying that documentary wasn't totally true, right?
Right.
And he said, and there's some things in that documentary that MJ called Horace a snitch. And we know how in the locker room, snitches ain't the way to be. Right. But then Jordan earlier, he kind of snitched on his rookie team calling a cocaine circus. So which one's a bigger snitch?
I gotta admit, I'm not up on that last point you just made.
Well, with the cocaine circus?
No, I'm not up on that.
Oh, dude, that's the first thing he said. I think that was like almost the first question. His rookie year, and they said they had lines of cocaine and stuff, and he said,
yeah, in the hotel room.
Yeah,
in the hotel room.
So Jordan didn't have to say that. He didn't have to agree to that.
That's true.
I'm not a huge Jordan fan, man.
George. Preach it, George.
I can't give Jordan the credit that I could give him in the early '90s. I just, I'm not a Jordan fan like that. I've met Jordan. I've gone to his house in Chicago.
Preach it, George.
I know his niece. Actually, his ex-wife's niece. And just in terms of character, he's not the guy, man. For me, I like LeBron. I like backbone. I like somebody willing to stand up and say what needs to be said.
Where's Aunt B at right now? Where Aunt B at right now?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and be Aunt B right now. Hey George, you done lost your damn mind.
Come on, man.
You done lost your damn mind.
Come on, man.
Hey, boy.
Come on,
I'm gonna end it on that. That George
Okay.
lost his damn mind. That's a nice
Yes,
way
sir.
to end. Hey, G Harris, I appreciate
sir.
you coming on, brother. We at this
Absolutely,
9
man.
o'clock, man. And
Good to see you
Bubba,
guys.
thanks,
Yeah,
man,
man. Hey.
for coming on, bro. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. Thanks for having me. Hey, anytime, brother. Anytime.
All right, fellas.
All right.
All right, man. Peace.
Take care.